This is a video I am making on how to read your hair and how to know what your hair needs when it does whatever, okay? So, starting strong, right? So, this is just about how to know what your hair needs so that it can grow effortlessly, okay? Starting strong. If your scalp is itching, right? So basically, everyone thinks that when your scalp is itching, you need to wash it right away. What about if it's only been 3 days that you've washed your hair? What about if it's only been a week that you've washed your hair? Should you go ahead and wash it just because it's itching? Okay. No, you shouldn't, especially if your normal hair washing routine is like once a week or once every 2 weeks. It doesn't mean you should jump in the shower, right? So I'm gonna list some of the things that you can do before washing your hair, as you may not even need to wash your hair in the moment, okay? Number one, you need to massage your scalp, okay? So a lot of the times, what that means is when you massage your scalp, you're getting two things. You're getting the blood circulation, and you're also getting, that itch out, okay? So you probably have some sebum that you need to just move around onto the length of your hair. You just need to, get your blood going to different areas, right? So massaging does wonders for an itchy scalp. Some people just don't know these things, and I'm just here to share, that information with you. Number two, you may have dry scalp. You may need to just warm up some oil. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind. It could be coconut. It could be a mix of coconut and castor. It could be a mix of rosemary and jojoba, or rosemary and sweet almond. It doesn't matter. Okay, so you take some oil. You do the double boiling method. You get a pot, fill it with water, get your oil, put it in a smaller container, and then put that small container of oil inside of the pot with hot water, boiling water, okay? And you let it heat up for about 5 to 7 minutes, okay? And then you apply that oil on your scalp, and then you massage, okay? That's the second thing that you can do. The third thing that you can do is a tea rinse, okay? This could be a tea rinse that has green tea, mint, rosemary, like a mix of these three. And then you just either spritz it on your scalp and massage, or you make enough that you either get in the shower and just rinse your hair, or you just do it in the sink, putting all your head down, and just pour it on, right? Your hair could just need some kind of like a stimulation kind of thing, okay? When you use a hair tea that has rosemary or peppermint or eucalyptus or whatever, right? Just a hair tea, even green tea helps with that, right? You just do a hair tea with however you're comfortable. Again, either spraying, kind of like bathing your hair in it, or doing it over the sink. That could be what your hair needs, but you don't know, and you just go and wash it again after it's only been 2 days since you've washed it, okay? So that's the third option. The fourth option, if you've done any of these, okay, and nothing works, obviously go ahead and wash your hair. But keeping in mind that you probably have a sensitive scalp, so you need to kind of like think about how heavy your products are, because especially if you have type 4 hair, it's not good practice to wash like every 2 days or every 3 days. It's not good practice, okay? You are getting all of the natural hair oil out of your hair, and that's not beneficial to your hair, unless that's worked for you, and keep doing that, okay? But for the majority of us, we don't wash our hair every 2 or 3 days minimum. Well, how can I put this? The most we wash our hair is once a week, and it's even been proven scientifically, especially if you have type 4 hair. Washing once a week, that's as frequent as it should be, okay? So that covers all of the itching, area. Now we're moving on to cleansing, okay? Every time you are washing your hair, you want to make sure you're doing a double cleanse, okay? So first, you start with a stripping shampoo, something that really cleans thoroughly your scalp, okay? And then you follow it with a moisturizing shampoo. What that does is it helps so that your hair can better receive the conditioning that you're about to do next, and it helps so that your hair doesn't feel like straw, because once it feels like straw, it's harder to manage, okay? So that's what you do. But if you're someone who doesn't like to do double shampoo, which you should because that's the proper way to wash, then you want to make sure that and that's the second tip, right? You want to make sure that, let's just say this week you washed with a stripping shampoo and then you follow with a deep conditioner. The next time you wash, make sure it's a moisturizing shampoo. Okay, don't just keep using a stripping shampoo forever and you never, help your hair by giving it a moisturizing shampoo, because it's not all the time you need a stripping shampoo. Okay, so that's my second tip for the cleansing part of it. And whatever you do, no matter what kind of shampoo you use, you want to make sure that you follow up with a deep conditioner. Okay, so that's done with the cleansing part of it all. Let's go to oiling. Okay, when it comes to having an oil, you want to make sure that whatever you do in your oil mix, you have rosemary, castor, or coconut. You can mix all of these three plus more, but you want to make sure, worst come to worst, you have one of these, at least one of these in your oil mix. Rosemary, castor, coconut. These three have been proven scientifically to grow your hair, and they are also healthy for the scalp. So even if you're not thinking of like hair growth, you still want to maintain a good scalp environment, right? A healthy scalp environment. So these three oils, if you don't have the means, or if you just don't have them around that you can mix together, go ahead and at least have one at all times in your hair oil mix. The next thing I want to talk about is deep conditioners. Okay, so when it comes to deep conditioning, if you feel like your hair has too much moisture to the point where it's limp, that's your sign to do a protein treatment. Okay, or a deep conditioner that has protein in it. But your next deep conditioner for your next wash day should definitely be a moisturizing one, because you want to make sure you have that balance. Okay, you want to make sure you keep a balance going. You don't only always want to use a protein treatment, and you don't only always use a moisturizing deep conditioner. Okay, and with that said, I am the type of person that skip regular conditioners altogether. But okay, and that's 90% of the time. I just go straight to a deep conditioner right after shampoo. But and that's 90% of the time. The other 10% of the time, that's if I'm realizing that, oh, I just came out of the pool, so I'm gonna shampoo, to get all that stuff out of my hair. But because my hair was recently washed, let's just say 4 days ago, then I'm just gonna go ahead and use a regular conditioner. Okay, but if you're the type of person that your hair is just chronically dry, then after you get out of the pool, as an example, and you shampoo your hair, you want to make sure you go with a deep conditioner. But my hair has pretty normal porosity, so if I just wash my hair, like let's just say 3 or 4 days ago, or anything more recent than that, I can get away with shampoo and a regular conditioner. Okay, and I don't buy those. I don't buy regular conditioners. These are just what I find in my bathroom that my husband used. Okay, and they just work for me. Okay, it's because I know that 90 to 95% of the time I use a deep conditioner, so it doesn't I don't buy conditioners, is my point. Okay, so that's that, and this is closing the area of conditioner. The next thing I want to talk about is your low manipulation style. Whatever you do, you want to make sure you keep your low manipulation style for at least 2 weeks. Okay, and some people might be like, my hair looks frizzy and ugly, and I can't go out with it if it's been more than 5 days. It's already looking all frizzy. I have some tips for you. There is a video I'm gonna put right here, and I'm also gonna pin it in the comment and put it in the description of some of the styles that you can do when your hair is looking frizzy. Okay, so when your hair is looking frizzy, the first thing you do is not take your style down. You want to give your hair rest so that it can grow. Okay, you can still do a lot of different things so that you can maintain your look in the meanwhile. Okay, number one, you can style your hair differently. Okay, and I'm gonna put the video, like I said, of the different styles that you can do. Regardless if your hair is frizzy, it's not gonna show. Number two, you want to make sure that you do more updos, okay? That hides, when you do updos, it really just hides like it really hides the frizziness of everything, okay? No one can tell if you have an updo that your hair is frizzy, okay? Number three, you want to make sure that you do your edges, okay? Something cute. You do the back, you do the sides, to look like the hair is, nicely done, okay? um you can do a glueless wig. I am such a glueless wig kind of person, okay? I don't do the whole gluing. Who came up with that? Please, like, this is so damaging. Can we talk about it? Anyway, that's another video. But make sure you get a glueless wig. If you're not comfortable with your hair looking frizzy, me, I'm super comfortable, okay? But if you're not comfortable, go ahead and get you a glueless wig, okay? So something that you put on and you take off at the end of the day. Before you go to sleep, you take it off, let your hair breathe and things like that, okay? And with a glueless wig, I don't want you to think like, oh, you might fall off. No, you can wear hairpins, okay? You can do that. And they also have those straps in the back. You strap it down, it's not gonna move, okay? And we're adults, what are you doing, that your wig is gonna come out? Like, please strap it, pin it, do everything, it's not gonna come off, okay? Another thing that you can do is you can wrap your hair in those nice turbans. I'm gonna put pictures of the turbans that I have, really cute ones, okay, that make you look super feminine, super put together. No one will know what's going on under there, okay, because it's cute. I don't advocate for wearing bonnets when you go out. That's it's not cute. But those nice hair, turbans, yes. And then my next point to close out this category is you can look good by wearing hair accessories. In the video that I'm gonna link below about the different hairstyles that you can do, I show you some of the hair accessories that you can wear. But also too, I'm gonna put some here so you could see the different hair accessories that you can wear, so that you can jazz up your look. Anything but take out your hairstyle before it's due, okay? Because me, I maintain my low manipulation styles for a minimum of 2 weeks. Nothing will make me take my hair out before 2 weeks, okay? I could go longer, but never shorter, okay? So there's that. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about before I close the video. Yeah, that's basically it. Do not take your hair out before it is due, no matter what, just because it doesn't look good. So thank you for watching. I will be sharing more tips in the future videos about how I grow my hair, how I maintain my hair, and all of the stuff that I feel like people don't know but that they should know. So go ahead and give me a like, comment any questions that you have. I will interact with you in the comments, and I will see you on the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Bye.